Today we're in the back garden, and we're going to be putting a pool in this area over here. So what we want to do is this section here where the back door is, we want to remove all this concrete. It's not very thick. I've tested a few spots. It's not crazy thick, so I'm just going to use a chipper to take it up. And then when they put the pool in, we're going to ask them to dig a little deeper, and we're going to re-pour a new patio area and pathways throughout the garden. And we're going to put some sort of tile on top of it afterwards. But for now, let's start chipping stuff up. Alright, well, we're going to continue on today, chipping this back patio out, or whatever it's called, and see how much we can get done. I'm a bit worried about that stone underneath. It's such a strange material. I'll show you it later, but it's probably just poured concrete, but I think it'd be interesting to find out what it is. What I'm going to do is get rid of the top layer, bag everything up to take to the dump or the tip, and then try digging around it and see what we have underneath. So let's continue on with my chipping today. Found a piece of tile. Interesting. Looks fairly new though. Get some stuff to wipe that grease off. Yeah, it's a bit bitter. Alright, I think the next thing I'm going to do is clean up a bit of this mess. Got a bunch of bags and see if I can load them up and put them in the pile. think what I'll do in a minute is I finish cleaning this bit up. I'll dig down here, see if I can find an underneath part of it. It's a very interesting surface. I think what it was is it was a previous attempt at keeping water away from the house. To me, it looks like this edge is lifted up, so all it would really do is just funnel it into the house. But not sure. I think it was probably like a trench that would take it down and then around and out to the street. We sort of have open, we call them sewers, but kind of water overflows down the streets behind us. Kind of like a trench out there. And this whole house kind of drains, probably at one time drained in along where the garage is, towards the back of the backyard, and into that street. But yeah. For what I want to do, which is to run kind of grills to catch some of the water, or just at least around this one side, mostly because we have already something in there. It would be great just to drop it in, because that's where the pool's going to be. I'm also going to put on the front, where the edge of the patio is, I'm going to put in a French drain, so that any water coming from the lawn goes into there, or if it overflows, go into that. What I want to do is just tilt it slightly when I pour this concrete here and then put the tiles on top of it, so that everything kind of runs away from the house just a little bit. It either gets caught by the drain, or this one, or gets caught by a French drain. Bit excessive having both, but I think it's best just to kind of overdo it, because this obviously gets a lot of water, and we had a lot of issues inside with damp at some point, I could tell. So, not currently. There's no damp, but considering that these troughs are the gutters, there aren't any, and it just pours down here in a big rainstorm. So, yeah. This has got to come up. Just hoping it's not 2 foot thick stone or something like that. Let me finish cleaning this corner up. Yeah, so I just thought I'd show you where we're at. I've taken up where the dirt is there, and it actually went all the way to the wall. You can see a section in front of the dolly, or under the broom. That's what it all was like that I've been chipping away at. There's also still a trench kind of thing. That one there we're actually going to keep. It goes in front of the extension, a little 60s or 50s extension that they put on. And then we're going to keep that trench and then put grates on it. Maybe you can buy inserts that you put along in there, and then a grate on top. I also want to, because that's where the pool's going to be, is right here. And then basically I've got to still chip up this trench that runs along here to there, and then this side over here I've got to pick up all these bits in front of the door, which I haven't done yet, and then I've got to remove all that section to the corner. This is I was talking about with that second layer of concrete or stone. I wasn't sure what it is. I'll investigate what it is. Hopefully it's not too big. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bit of a curve to it. So the water would have run along there, I'm guessing, originally, but it doesn't look like it's very successful. So they've obviously built this up to stop water from getting in the house in this corner. Because yeah, there's no gutters at all in the house, all the way up. So the water just runs right down into this area. Hopefully it's not going to rain too much, but we got to redo the inside of the house anyway, so we've got to redo all this lime render on the outside. As you can see, it obviously got quite wet. And it's blowing out on the other side over here as well. So we want to take this up. We're going to remove all the concrete sections that have gone up before they put in a toilet. The mini toilets up there. which will eventually become our laundry room. But I'm going to chip that off, see what's in there, because it just holds the water. It's not really intended to have concrete on the side of these houses. They like to breathe. But yeah, continue along here. So the water, they intended it to kind of go along this section. And then it goes to the corner here. And this is the other downpipe we have for the top floor. Toilet, shower, you name it, goes all the way up to there. And then this section goes down along here. All the way down. You can see it under a bridge that goes into the room that'll be the pump pool room. And then at the very end, it goes out to the street where there's another one of these type gullies that it runs into. So I've got to kind of decide what I want to do with this. I'm probably going to leave that, at least that section alone. And this is where all the compost bin and the water bin junk is just sitting there. It's basically going to be where heat pumps are going to go. It's a big house. We probably need a couple of them, or at least one really large one. And then here's our little well. Ignore all the garbage. And then yeah, this section here, you can see the tree roots have blown out their attempted concrete, so it's not really doing much. So what I might do is remove the right side of the screen, that side of the concrete, because I'm going to run pipes down here. I'm going to run perforated pipe for a French drain, and I'm also going to run a regular pipe to capture all the rain coming down from the gutters. I don't know if you can see it, but the top, this whole garage / barn, whatever it is, used to have gutters on them. As you can see, especially there, there's not much good. They basically just got holes in them, what's left of it anyway. So yeah, we're going to replace all that. And then yeah, we've just got to decide what we want to do. There's a lot of stuff left to do in this garden. We've got the fountain left to do, which is going to be fun. Got that lamp post to restore. I'm going to maybe consider either, if we don't buy one, depending on my time, I might consider actually making one out of copper, or, you know, practicing with some welding or soldering, what you want to call it. See if I can make something. We also have at the back the greenhouse, missing a whole ton of windows. Excuse me, that's the neighbors. They're quite loud, but that's okay. So anyways, we repair that. That'd probably be a next year chore, because it's, well, we'd love to have it. It's not the highest on our list. Also going to do the arbor that runs from the back door, the extension, all the way down to the back of the garden. And it looks like it's been hit at the back corner by a branch or something. I have all the pieces of metal, of iron or steel, whatever it is. So basically I'm just going to sand it all down, or wire wheel it all down, prime it, paint it, and try to get it back so we can start growing stuff on it. Because it will be kind of cool once it's done, I think. So yeah, that's where we're sitting. Pool's going to go over there, behind all the bags. We've got a whole lot of work to do on that back extension. We're going to make it into some kind of an orangery with a kind of bunch of French doors on it. Similar to that style, but maybe floor-to-ceiling windows instead. And then, yeah, that whole back will kind of open up, and that'll look onto the pool, which hopefully will be kind of cool. So yeah, a lot of work to do, but we're getting there. So yeah, we're doing a little, at the end of last night I was doing a little cleanup. I thought, oh, I'll just check to see what's under, make sure that second layer of concrete didn't continue all the way across. And then I saw this little bit here and went, uh-oh, not looking good. But it looks like it breaks up as you go along. But then I found this. which is a little bit worrisome. Looks like there's a cavity of some sort in there. I don't know whether it's sewage pit or it was an old drain or something, but I'm gonna have to remove this all and check to see if I can figure out what's under there. Hopefully it's just a crack in the 2 layers of concrete and there's nothing actually under there, but I guess we'll have to go see. Might just been a dip here, I don't know. We'll explore and figure out what's under there. Exciting though, maybe there's buried treasure. Alright, let's see what's under here. So far it's a large stone. I don't know if it's just a paver or if it's because it might have just been water leaching through it over the years and it's hollowed it out. Huh, interesting. Looks like there's 2 layers, like a foundation and threshold. That's what I've done. Guess this has been added on set afterwards. So this could have been the old layer. And just have some pavers in it. Chip it away. See how far out it goes. Looks like I've on the edge of it here. Here's another bit. Interesting to find out if there's just like a patio under here of stones, like flagstones. Looks like I got one complete one, a 1/2 meter by 1/4 meter type of thing. I think I'm going to get a wheelbarrow, put this dirt in it, and I'm just moving it around. So far it looks like it's just 1 stone, well 2 at least, but it's not going this way, so that's a good thing. Clear a little more out and then I'll try lifting these stones. Hopefully doesn't go too far. Well, that's some good news. So looks like there's something going on there. Good sized stone we can use somewhere, that's for sure. Maybe in the garden or something. Yeah, let me show you what it looks like. Yeah, here's what it looks like. So that stone was on top of it. And then you can see there's a bit of a weird drain thing. So there's bits of brick on each side. See that? It kind of goes down. So I'm not sure what that's to do. Interesting though. I don't know how that's going to keep water away, but maybe that drains down. I don't know what it does. It's quite different from what I'm used to. I wouldn't see that in North America, but that's why it's quite damp on the back of the house if all that water's running down along there. So we do have the well over there. I'm just wondering if with the brown stuff around it, plastic. Yeah, just wondering what it is. I guess I'm gonna have to take up the other piece and just kind of follow it along. Hopefully it doesn't go anywhere and it's just sort of a little one-off thing, but who knows? I'll let you know. So yeah, it's kind of got a line couple lines there with bricks on each side. Excuse my shaky hands. If you look underneath, you might be able to see it. It just kind of ends. It's probably difficult to see, but yeah. So unfortunately, no treasure, nothing cool. It's just a bit of a drainage, or I guess when they first built the house, that when it flooded out the back or whatever, and they would just you'll step over that threshold. So that's cool. Alright, well, we're going to start on this side. We've got some weird access panel thing that shuts the water off in a second position. The back garden, or towards the house, and it runs under the lawn towards the back to the rear street behind us. So I'm going to chip away what's around it, and then chip away around what's near the dolly there. And I'm going to replace that with something more metal, more substantial, because it's just kind of junky plastic, and I think we can do better than that. So let's get on with it. Alrighty, let's new day. Let's start cleaning up the rubble. Got some other bags that aren't quite as sturdy, but I'll just fill them a little bit less. And we'll tidy this all up. That completes what I needed to remove the old patio. Enough for the pool installer to do what I've asked them to do anyways. If you wish to continue to watch my progress, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.